Hello, I'm Tiffany Stephenson bringing you this week's Rural Roundup. It's definitely beginning to feel like spring. There's blossoms on trees and all the daffodils are out, which is lovely to see. It's definitely full speed ahead on the work front. Many people have started lambing and calving, and if they've not already started, I'm sure it's just round the corner. It's great to be seeing tractors back on the fields as well. Fields have dried up a little, so people have been able to spread fertiliser and are beginning to plough as well for their spring cropping. So it's great to see that it's all going once again. It's also a busy time for consultants and advisors, so now it's a great opportunity to remind you about the upcoming single application form period. So firstly, you need to remember to do your entitlement transfers. So transfer deadline is the 2nd of April. So if you have any to sell or buy, make sure you have a look now, so it gives you a little bit of time to make sure you're all done for the deadline, as it can take a bit of time to make sure everyone's signatures are in the right place and get it sent away as well. So make sure you've transferred all entitlements by the 2nd of April. It is also worth remembering that this year is the first year where you won't lose entitlements if you haven't claimed entitlements for 2 years. So previously, if you hadn't claimed entitlements, say in 2021 and 2022, you would then go and lose those entitlements you didn't claim. However, this year you won't go and lose your entitlements. So if you had entitlements which you didn't claim in 2023 and then you don't claim them again this year, you're not going to lose those entitlements. So the window is open for filling in your single application form. So this is from the 15th of March through until the 15th of May. So do make sure you get your application filled in plenty of time. A large proportion of Scotland has had new aerial photography taken over the last year. So you may find when you go and have a look to do your single application form, you may find some little changes, potentially an area of gorse which has got bigger, that you might have a new exclusion, you might have an exclusion for a new track that you had put in. These kind of things will have been picked up with the aerial photography. So do have a look through carefully just to check what the changes have been and make sure you're filling in your single application form as accurately as possible. So while you're filling in your form, you'll also have to remember about greening. So have a look at your ecological focus areas, make sure you have enough. It's easier to check you've got enough EFA areas just now before you go and plough up that last field, rather than looking at the 15th of May and suddenly realising you don't quite have enough. So make sure you plan ahead. There is lots of different options available in EFA, and it has continued to be the same as it has been in previous years. Why not have a listen to Cropcast, one of the Farm Advisory Service podcasts? Last year they did an excellent episode about ecological focus areas, and there's lots of tips there on how you can use ecological focus areas to your advantage as well as to the benefit of biodiversity as well. I know just now is a busy time of year with lambing, calving and trying to get back onto the fields as well, but you've also got to remember about the AgriEnvironment Schemes. It's not very long to go until the deadline if you're looking to put in an irrigation lagoon or for slurry storage. The deadline for this is the 19th of April, so do make sure you get on with that as well. If you're not looking to do irrigation lagoons or slurry storage, you will have a little bit more time. To put in an AgriEnvironment scheme, you have through until the 10th of June. And if you've got a standalone organic application, you have until the 31st of July. So do make sure you keep those in the back of the mind, even though you're busy. The sooner you can get on with those, the easier it will be to get your application done. We'll see you again next time. Bye.